Apparently, there's people that wait in line at 6 a.m. at Costco, and these guys become pro football players when it comes time to retrieve the boxes. So Dramaalert ended up posting a video of a couple of people just jostling each other, trying to take each other's boxes away. Now you're probably wondering, why is it that these guys are fighting? There has to be a legitimate reason, that one of them drop a yo mama joke, because if they did, that calls for a street fight, a violent one at that. Well, I hate to break it to you guys, but believe it or not, there's something so much worse than a yo mama so fat joke. The reason why these guys are fighting is because of Pokemon cards. You could have actually convinced me if you told me that was a mini football game taking place at a Costco at 5 a.m. in the morning. I would have never believed the Pokemon cards. You can see in the middle of that crowd that there are two Pokemon card collectors that are just playing tug of war at a time like this. And in that same video, from a different angle, there was a Pokemon collector that ended up elbowing someone in the face, and I was just completely shocked. And to me, I started thinking to myself, like, this can't be like a one-off instance. There has to be other Costco's or any other place where they sell Pokemon cards where these guys are bunching up together and tackling like it's the final game at a Super Bowl. So I decided to go to the one reliable source where I can find these videos, TikTok. And boy, did TikTok not disappoint, man. There was multiple videos of tons of Pokemon collectors that would race off like if they just waved a white flag.
Go on. Oh. Excuse me.
Pokemon Wonder 51 Costco drop cleared in seconds.
Making a rabbit in a hat disappear is nothing compared to making an entire Pokemon palette disappear. That is unbelievable. And this next one pisses me off because in this clip, you can see that the guy, he's racing off for the Pokemon boxes. I don't know if he thought that his shoes were sponsored by the Flash, but he thought that it would probably give him an advantage in speed. He races off and this guy ends up getting 5 boxes, which is a case. And greedy enough, as he's about to leave, he ends up realizing, I think I can fit another case on top of this one. So what he does is he ends up turning back, trying to get another case.
Morning.
She said against the wall, I think, to the back. Against the wall, she said, against the wall, she said. Go.
Hey, don't do that, bro.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, sorry, go. Go. Damn.
I like the fact that there's a box on the floor and this guy is trying so hard to reach in for it, and obviously he's unsuccessful because his hands are full clutching that case of Pokemon boxes. I'm telling you guys, man, if there was a person that was dying next to a box of Pokemon cards talking about that they need help, the Pokemon collector would just look at him and say, this box needs me more.
You need more, no more?
There's one in the back, more in the back.
Yeah, give me.
There you go.
Oh, you guys fuck it. Hell yeah, let's go.
Good looks.
I told you in the back, she said.
Let me tax it. Hold on, let me get one.
After rewatching this video, I don't think that he was trying to take a case. I think what he was trying to do was he was trying to help his homie out to get another case or to put another box on top of the already boxes that he had. So to me, this seems like it was more coordinated and planned. They probably had a group chat somewhere on Discord and it was probably named Team Rocket. And that's probably where they conspire all their evil plans. Hey, I can imagine too that they all get behind the parking lot. They all put their hands on top of one another and they present this very dry, unmotivated, motivational speech. And as soon as they're done, they just shoot it up. Yeah. After all these videos that I've watched, I really started asking myself, why? Why is it that they're fighting each other over these boxes? Well, it turns out that this box is unbelievably pricey. When looking at this website called Collector, the name of the box is called Blooming Waters Premium Collection. And apparently this box is $137.20, which is insane. And just a couple of days ago, it was only at 121, which it's still pretty pricey, but for the jump, it's a pretty high valued box. And if we're considering the amount of boxes, which is about like 7, I said 5, but I saw like 7, and these guys took somewhere along the lines of like 21 boxes. That's definitely more than like $1,000 worth of stuff, you know. Now of course, if they're gonna try to make profit off of it, or if they're gonna try to wait like a year or two because they're gonna try to reinvest it by, you know, holding on to it, then they're most likely gonna make double, if not triple, the money back. Because if you guys don't know, when you guys hang on to a box like this for a year, maybe even 3 years, the price of that box end up shooting up because they're not being printed anymore. Especially in Pokemon, where these boxes, once they come out, it's less likely that they'll be reprinted. So the price of those cards or that box will end up shooting up. Personally, I think that this is exceptionally terrible because you can't just have that many people walking into a store and just taking 7 boxes. There's people there that definitely wanted a box or at least 2, and they ended up walking empty-handed because most of these people, they end up going to Costco really early, perhaps like at 12 or maybe even at 3 in the morning just to wait to get a box. And these guys just coordinate this entire plan just to commandeer pallets of Pokemon boxes when people there wanted at least one of the boxes. And yes, this definitely does affect the Pokemon community because I've seen, even on these videos, in the comment section, I've seen people say that they've gotten out of the hobby only because they dislike the fact that there's scalpers that will overprice these products just so they can make a tremendous amount of profit. And Pokemon is an incredibly expensive hobby. For instance, there's a booster box by the name of Evolving Skies that is currently worth about 1,300. That's not even an old vintage set, which a vintage set like the base set Pokemon, which is one of the first sets, is worth about 100,000 K. I guess there's a good understanding why this box is worth that much. It's like more than 20 years, maybe even more than 30 years. But a box that came out about a couple years ago, you're telling me this box is worth 1,300? When I think about these prices, it doesn't really seem like people are in this for the hobby of collecting Pokemon cards. Rather, they're just in this because there's a lot of people who are investors, which isn't a problem. Like, I think that is good, you know, even for the Pokemon collector as well. But when you have to act this way, where you're just shoveling people just to get boxes that are worth $100, that thing is, to me, that's crazy. That is unbelievably crazy to me. And it's gonna happen again because just recently there's a box by the name of Prismatic Evolutions that's about to drop that is also worth somewhere along the lines of like $200. Excuse me, I meant $100. So if you're gonna go to Costco and wait there from 12 a.m. all the way to opening time, or maybe even 3 a.m., here's a couple of words for you. Prepare for trouble and make it double. To protect the world from devastation. I don't even know where I'm going with that. The point is, if you're gonna go to one of these events, just be careful, okay? Because if you run up in there and you trip and fall, if you're very unfortunate to have a box of cards fall right next to you as you're grasping for air, just know that a Pokemon collector is gonna be weighing the pros and cons, either to pick up the box or to save a life. So that's really all I have for you guys. Remember to shop safely and stay away from Pokemon collectors. And with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. That's all I have for you guys, and I'll see you guys next video.